Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, so it's nice to bring something, a video really, to get back into videoing. I was really happy recently to become a design team member for Emily Ploughfield of Junk Journal Inspirations. So this is my first project for her. You could choose any of her Digi kits and then she sent them, and it was what you could make with them really. I've actually chosen a kit and I'm going to choose one kit 10 ways. I actually chose her pharmacy labels set 3, so that's what I'm going to show today, and I've decided to do one kit 10 ways because I think sometimes when you buy a kit, you think, oh yeah, I'll use that for, well, for me I was thinking yeah they'll go into pockets, but when you start playing, and that's the nice thing about this kit, it really encouraged me to play and try out things, and I'm really thrilled with the things that I've come up with, so I hope that they're useful to you. So obviously you get the 3 sheets in this kit. Because it's one of her older kits, it does say ephemera, because obviously that was her Etsy name before she changed. She is now Junk Journal Inspirations, and I will link her Etsy shop and her YouTube channel and her Facebook down below, but that's just why it says ephemeras. Obviously Emily, I'm guessing, and ephemera, it's a good play on words. So you get the 3 sheets, they're all antique sort of pharmacy labels, things to do with that. So that's the one sheet. This is how they come, obviously, when you just print them off. There's all sorts on there. Lovely vintage muted colours, very, very me. And the 3rd sheet, just again, different types of, I guess, medicines. I've no idea what a syrup squill is, but, and I don't think we'd want to be having ammonia spirit. Oh, it was a rub, was it maybe? 30 to 60 drops in a little water. I don't know. Anyway, things have moved on, but they're so lovely to work with, these old-fashioned things. So obviously that's how the sheets come, and then once you've printed them, and I then cut them out. These are only a few because I've printed them quite a few times, but you can see they just come out really, really lovely. They're a lot of fun. These are printed on all different papers. Some are coffee dyed, some are calligraphy paper, white paper. They're just lovely. So I thought I'd just show some of the things. Now obviously when I got this kit, the first thing I thought of really was, oh, these would be great to, for example, pop into pockets. So if that was, say, pretend this was a journal page, if that was a pocket on a journal page, then you might want to just fill up the pockets with some of these labels. I also thought another idea might be that you could actually pop one on there. You could make it into a cluster, or just popping it on there decorates it. So that's one, obviously putting it into pockets. So this is idea number 1. And then obviously just for demonstration purposes, I've popped another one. This is a Patricia Viramonte's idea, who's the queen of book page makes, and obviously you'd stick that down there. They could pop into there. If there was a small one, because you can print them out different, oh actually there's a little one, you could decorate even this with the fussy cuts once you fussy cut them out. And obviously it still leaves the back there for, you could leave that unglued and pop something in there as well. So idea number 1 is to use them to pop into your pockets and to decorate the pockets as well. Then my other idea was a couple of the printables are actually these really long thin ones. They come as a strip like that. So on the page would be these 2 that are here. So what I did for this is idea number 2, a page edger. So I just layered it with various handmade paper, some cotton crochet trim, and I just thought if you pop that along the side, you could hang it off so it's got a bit of interest the other side, and it just instantly decorates a page, minimal effort, but it's just, I just thought it looked lovely. It's the colours of the printables really that go so nicely in a vintage kind of muted journal, so I really liked that as a page edger. So that's idea number 2. Idea number 3 was to use them as an altered paper clip. So if this was your junk journal page, I just got some coffee dyed paper, roughed up the edges, some mulberry paper. I'm trying to use up my old things, so that's old. And one of obviously the labels from the kit, and I turned it into an altered paper clip so that you could pop it on a journal page like that, and just that's lovely as it is. Or obviously it does make for a very handy dandy tuck. You could use it as a tuck as well, and obviously it doesn't have to go on the top of the page. If this was on the left hand side of your journal, you could pop it there again. It's just a beautiful way of decorating your pages, and obviously that's altered paper clip number 3. Idea number 4 was as a belly band. This is probably other than the page edger, this is one of the longest ones, and I just thought that looked lovely as a belly band. If you glue there and there, and then obviously it leaves there for tucking your ephemera or whatever you want to tuck behind. So that's, I've lost what number I'm on, but anyway, that's about idea number 4 as a belly band. So that's that idea. Next idea was, if you had, you can obviously resize these to any size that fits your journal. I left them at the original size, so if I was making a smaller journal, I just backed this label onto some thicker card. I would pop it in the corner, I'd glue there, and then that becomes a tuck spot. So that would be idea number 5, is to have them as a tuck spot. You don't have to have them at the bottom of the page, you could put them at the top and slide something under there. I wouldn't put that flower, but you know, it's just to give you an idea. So that's idea possibly number 5. I've lost my thread. Number 6 would be a cluster. I did make this, I've got quite a few of these ready to then decorate up, and that's another lovely idea. Make your little clusters of lace and things. And then I did think that these little ones, there was this one which I thought would look just, I think I'd pop that on a bigger one actually. Well, actually you could have it on a smaller journal, and you could have it as, you know, again, hanging off the page, just a bit of an interest, like a tab almost, really. And this is obviously one of the labels from the kit. On a larger journal page, I'd probably have it like that and just have it actually hanging off a bit. I do like hanging off, just for a bit of decoration really. So that's another idea. There's quite a few. I mean, once you start playing, because this is another one from the kit, and I think actually I'll pop that way around. It's so lovely to just sit and play. That's the beauty of these labels really. And there again, there's another cluster. So that's idea number possibly 6, a cluster. I've done inside a pocket. Oh yes, my other idea. I love making little booklets to go inside your journals, and I'll start with this one because this is a more typical one that you would see. So I just printed out obviously Medicinal Jar from there, pop it on the front of the booklet, and it's just a little scrappy paper booklet. But I thought that looked just lovely on there like that. And then I love this cinnamon gel that you get from her kit. It's very long and very thin, but I just love how this little scrappy paper turned out to be lovely, long and thin. It's very perfectly usable to write on, but I just thought that made a lovely front really for these little booklets. That's idea number possibly 7, the fronts of booklets. So that's that idea. Then idea possibly number 8 is snippet rolls, which I do love. So these are some that I've obviously got made up beforehand, ready to decorate. And I did think maybe not so much this one, although you know, it still works. I'd probably have different colour papers behind so this really sticks out. But another way is you can use these labels to actually decorate your snippet rolls, whether you've got them made from paper like that, or what I did think was particularly nice on the fabric ones. I think they look great on there. And obviously you don't use these as they are, you don't use them whole. What you would probably do is, for example, in fact that would again make a belly band just as you're playing. Cut out, say, that section, and then you've got your belly band there, but you'd have on your snippet roll the labels as a decoration. You could have them going down the side of a page again with your decorations. I just think these make lovely add-ons really, because they're such a lovely little size. They obviously, if you make micro journals, which I do sometimes, so say your journal was that sort of size, I would again be looking to use these, for example, as the tuck there, because on a micro journal it's just the perfect size. I just love these. There's so many variety. I really felt actually inspired to play with these, and you can't say, you know, that's the best thing really with craft, isn't it, if it makes you feel like that. My other idea was, I think this might be idea number 9, I'm not sure now, was to use them as a, and you might know I'm hunting around for it, I can't actually find it, so I'll have to just use one. Oh, medicinal jar, yeah. Was to use it as a flip up, where you'd tape it at the top and then just flip up and you can write under there. Or obviously on a smaller journal, you could pop it at the side, have it as a flip on the side, so you'd decorate your page with that, but then that would flip open so you could write on there and underneath there. So that was another one, a flip up, flip down. And then my last idea was, although, yeah, my last idea, but I'm sure there are many, was to make these layer cakes. This is an idea from Pam at the Paper Outpost. I like putting these in a journal because they are so thin. I mean, they just take up no, you know, they don't bulk out. But when it's, say, I'd probably put that one on there like that. And then as you turn it, so this is obviously one of the labels. As you turn it, you can write in there. Then you can turn it again and write in there. And then you turn it a third time and you can write in there. So for such a thin embellishment, it gives you so much writing space. I'd probably put that one that way round, but obviously if I'd made a bigger one, so say that was the front of it, I'd probably put that way round, and then obviously it just flips out. You'll have to imagine, just flips out that way. So that's a layer cake. If I can, I will remember to link some of these ideas, like the ephemera I've made, down below. But for now, that is all. I cannot say enough how much I've loved playing with this kit. I started off thinking, yeah, it'll fill up pockets, that's what I'll do with it. And then I've come up with so many other ideas to use them for. So that is Junk Journal Inspirations. I will just say again, Pharmacy Labels Set 3. If you wanted to go along, I will put the links down below. It was a really inexpensive kit, but so much play. I will be back soon, hopefully. I'm halfway through a journal for my friend who's retiring as a nurse, because obviously these were perfect to pop in there, and I'll show you how I've used them in a journal. But for now, that's all. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye. Oh.